As I said last week, in the wake of the grand jury decision, I think Ferguson laid bare a problem that is not unique to St. Louis or that area, and is not unique to our time. And that is a simmering distrust that exists between too many police departments and too many communities of color.
Welcome to Gimme Five, a simmering distrust. I'm with Dinesh D'Souza, who said that Barack Obama, I don't remember the quote, has kept that pot simmering. Barack Obama's a divider. The fact that a community doesn't trust the police, well, folks, any teacher, when a child does something wrong in class and something happens, something bad happens, the kid gets hurt, and the kid did something out of the ordinary, you know, something against the rules, you know what the teacher would say? Don't do that again. Don't do that. You know what a parent would tell their child when they fall down or because they climbed up? Don't climb like that anymore. But when a black thug robs a store and attacks a cop and disobeys a cop and gets shot, there's something wrong with the cop. You see, then common sense goes out the window because we could inflame racial tensions. This is a sick scenario. I'll say it every single day because I'm unafraid. More.
The sense that in a country where one of our basic principles, perhaps the most important principle, is equality under the law, that too many individuals, particularly young people of color, do not feel as if they are being treated fairly.
Well, you know what? What could I say? They don't feel that way because, not just because, but in part because they have a president who tells them they have a just complaint. They have an attorney general who tells them they have a just complaint. They have a media that constantly tells them they have a just complaint. So what do you expect people to feel? Instead of all the aforementioned saying, obey the police. The police are there to protect you. And of course, without saying it goes, don't ever hit a policeman. No, we can't say that. Then the problem might go away. Then how would we divide based on race? More.
When any part of the American family does not feel like it is being treated fairly, that's a problem for all of us. It's not just a problem for some. It's not just a problem for a particular community or a particular demographic. It means that we are not as strong as a country as we can be. And when applied to the criminal justice system, it means we're not as effective in fighting crime as we could be.
Yeah, if only we had Barack Obama's community organizer Saul Alinsky's standards of fairness, we'd all be in a better place, wouldn't we? You know what chaos is? I'm not talking about from Get Smart either. And now he throws law enforcement a bone. Here it comes.
We also heard from law enforcement and were reminded of what a tough job it is to be in law enforcement, whether you're in a big city or in a small community. As Eric Holder put it, police officers have the right to come home. And if they're in dangerous circumstances, we have to be able to put ourselves in their shoes and recognize that they do have a tough job. I don't think those realities are irreconcilable. In fact, I'm convinced that if we work hard, that we can make sure that police officers and the communities they serve are partners in battling crime.
Notice he almost went, but he didn't have it in him. He didn't have it in him to say, police officers, we have to understand that if they are in a certain circumstance, then he said, we have to put ourselves in their shoes. What he should have said was, they have a right to defend themselves. You know why he didn't say it? Because he just appointed a task force. He'd like to erase that right of self-defense for cops or severely limit it. Don't kid yourself for 1 second. That's why he couldn't say it, because it's not in him, because he doesn't believe a police officer has a right to defend himself. On the Steve Malzberg Show, Newsmax Television.